What's up YouTube? For today's video, we make full redundant Pokemon abilities team. Now there's a lot of Pokemon abilities out there, right? But there are some abilities that function the same way but are called different things, which is quite odd. So that's why this team will be based off of those anomalies. So the question for today is, people, what do you think is the most worthless Pokemon ability in general out of all the in-game and in battle? Make sure you've hit that subscribe button, people, and make sure you've hit that bell and enabled all notifications, because if you missed the salt, it's not my fault. Speaking of which, people, that new meme saying we'll be on some merch, I'm just wondering how to go about doing it. Should I write it across the shirt? Should I write it down? What do you guys think? If you've got any feedback on that, please leave it in the comment section below. And let's get into it. We got two battles today, people, and we're going to be using the Pokemon with redundant abilities. So I actually had to nickname the Pokemon, have their actual ability, then nickname it the opposite redundant ability. However, in this case, Delibird actually has both of those abilities. It's got Vital Spirit and it's got Insomnia. So it's one of the few Pokemon with a redundant ability as both its abilities, which is, it's just a troll, really. So on this set, we've got Signal Beam, Frost Breath, Mud Slap, and Water Pulse. It's a special set. We got the ability Vital Spirit, that's why I called it Insomnia. And we got the item is Groundium Z, which is going to be Mud Slap. So nice little unsuspecting move for those incoming fire types. Now, we got a opposing Dodrio here with the Substitute. This is quite an interesting strategy too. Oh, people, also, if you enjoy the theme teams and you love it, you're loving the the daily uploads, hit that like, my people. I love the support and really, really appreciate it. All right, so anyway, back to this Dodrio set. We got a substituting set here, which is actually pretty cool. It's going to be making use of its ability Tangled Feet. So I'm trying to get a Frost Breath through to get rid of this Dodrio. It's keeping setting up the substitute over and over, and it's going to eat a berry here. Unfortunately for the Dodrio, it's going to be eating a berry that confuses it, but that is part of the strategy. So the Tangled Feet, right, when you've got the Tangled Feet ability, it actually grants you some evasion, right? So you can have a chance to actually miss it while it's confused. The thing about that is it's very risky being confused because it doesn't always enable you to actually attack the opponent. You can actually hit yourself in confusion. But it's quite a cool ability and very, very unique, and it's definitely up there with some of my favorite abilities. So unfortunately for the Dodrio, it's actually going to hit itself, but Frost Breath actually misses, so Tangled Feet comes in clutch there. And that was actually pretty good for the Dodrio. Also, it snaps out of confusion, and now it's going to take me out with a Thrash. Thrash is a great way to actually get the Tangled Feet ability activated, because the confusion activates on the second or third turn after using a Thrash. Right, so speaking of which, we're going to send in our big thrashing Rampardos. Now, Rampardos, as you guys know, has the Mold Breaker ability, which actually nullifies opposing abilities. Terravolt also does exactly the same things, which is quite interesting. There is some more. There's actually more than, sometimes there's more than two abilities that do the exactly the same thing, but are called different things as well. So this is a special Rampardos that we got in this one. Ancient Power, Thunder, Fire Blast, and Rock Polish for a +2 speed. Now, I've also got the item as Expert Belt. We're going for coverage here, and super effective coverage. All right, so we got the old Gumshoes coming here, and it's going to go for a Ancient Power. Oh, I'm going to go for Ancient Power. Gumshoes ain't going for Ancient Power. It does pretty good damage to Gumshoes. However, Gumshoes is going to hold up its red card, and that is going to fling my Rampardos out of the battle and bring in my Golduck. Now, Golduck, not Golduck, not Golbat, right? This Pokemon doesn't have wings, but they're both blue though, right? So anyway, I'm going to get hit by the Revenge here. Revenge does pretty good damage to Golduck. This is actually a bulky special defensive wall Golduck, so I don't really take it amazingly. I thought I might be able to get maybe a Toxic or a Whirlpool against this thing and trap it in with this little trapping strategy I've got. So I've got the Whirlpool up, which is nice. I've just got to live the next attack, which is Return. Unfortunately, it does a little bit too much damage to me, and Golduck is going to go down. But more on that Golduck set in the second battle. So Golduck does have Cloud 9 as well, and Airlock does exactly the same thing. So they both nullify the weather, which it's really, really, really interesting. Now, if I didn't say at the start of the video, I'm actually going to be doing a involved video on Pokemon abilities that, are the same or maybe very similar, seem similar but are not. So that's going to be probably my next factual video. I'm not sure when that'll come out, but it'll come out probably, next week or so. All right, so I'm going to just tank that Revenge there because I went for a Rock Polish, and now I'm going to go for a Ancient Power. Gumshoe is going to live that one. Unfortunately for me, I get an Ancient Power boost right at the end there. It's not going to matter because Gumshoes is going to be able to take me out. I would have loved to actually take the Gumshoes out, then get the Ancient Power boost, but Ancient Power boost actually boosted right when I didn't need it. So that was really salty. So I've lost half my team here. I've got to get back in this game, guys. I've got to perform, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to go into the Armada. Now, Armada normally has battle armor, and shell armor do exactly the same thing, right? They prevent critical hits. Now, will be noted, moves that have a critical hit 100% chance are actually blocked by these two abilities too. So that's pretty much it. Another redundant ability. So now we got the gumshoes going down, and I've got a special Armada. We've got a lot of like special Ancient Power users today. So we got Ancient Power, Earth Power, Struggle Bug. Yes, that's a special bug type move. And we got Hidden Power, Electric. People, this set is absolutely amazing. So we got max health, max special attack. We got the ability as battle armor. That's why I called it shell armor. And we got the item as assault vest. So this is actually a pretty dang bulky Armada. Alright, so the Heat Maul actually takes a fair bit of damage from Ancient Power. I don't think they were anticipating to take, that much damage for a special attacking Armada, but it did, and that's going to bury the Heat Maul. So now we got the Metagross coming out here. We got a defense skill. I'm like, okay, what is this set going to be? I was like, okay, well, it's not going to be a Focus Sash Metagross, right, because it went for a defense skill. So now we're going to go for the Earth Power. Earth Power is probably about a 3-hit KO on the Metagross. Now, Metagross is going to go for a Hone Claws there, so it's going to hone up its little claws and get some +1 attack and accuracy. So it's got defense skill and Hone Claws, right? So it hasn't used an attacking move, I was assuming. It's going to have like one, right? At least one. So go for another Earth Power there. Metagross is going to go down in the next turn. And Metagross is actually going to go for a rest this turn. So it's going to heal off all that damage. It's like, okay, well, it wouldn't have Sleep Talk, right? Because it actually has to do something. So the item it has to have right is going to be the Chesto Berry or Lump Berry to wake it up. So Metagross is going to wake from its 1 second slumber. That's like me most days. I get like 4 hours of sleep a day. Anyway, how much sleep do you guys get a day? I'm kind of curious about that. So anyway, I'm going to hit the Metagross with a big crit from Earth Power, which is actually kind of funny because it's still actually a 3-hit KO on Metagross, even though it was a critical hit. So we got a rollout set with the Metagross. It does a hell of a lot of damage to my Armada. I'm going to go for the Earth Power here. I was hoping I could actually take this out right, but it fails to take it out. Now Metagross is going to go for a Hone Claws rollout, and it's actually going to be botting a lot of my team. On my other Pokemon, they're going to hit really hard with it too. They're actually super effective against all of them. Now, the only Pokemon I can actually swap into this is my Mawile, which has Intimidate. So on this set, we got the Pure Power one, and obviously Pure Power and Huge Power are exactly the same things, right? So I think I called that I called it the opposite. So Pure Power and Huge Power do exactly the same thing. There's no difference between them. They're just named differently. So we're going to go into Omega there, get that little Digi-Evolution happening, and Metagross is going to go for a rollout. I'm going to be able to resist that. It still does a hell of a lot of damage to me, and I'm going to go for an Astonish People. So what I had to do, using Pure Power, Huge Power, Mawile, right, I had to pick the lowest, the worst physical moves that I could find. That was the strategy I was going to use on this as a challenge. So we got on this one, Astonish, Rock Smash, Rock Smash, guys. Rock Smash actually has a 50% chance of lowering the opponent's defense. We got Sword Dance and Pain Split, max health and max attack. So now we've got this Trevenant coming up. This Trevenant is quite an interesting set too. I'm going to set up a Sword Dance against it. That's going to bolster my attack rather nicely. Unfortunately for me, I actually got burned by Will-O-Wisp, which is really unfortunate because Astonish is not going to really do much damage at all. And it's not going to do much, even less damage because that tree just set up a Reflect. So I'm not going to be doing anything to this thing at all. I do have one more strategy left I think I was going to try with my last Pokemon. So what I was thinking, right, I've got to stall this Trevenant out. I've got to get rid of that Reflect, right? Because my last Pokemon actually relies on that Reflect not being there. It could still be there, but it's not going to be really, really hard to set the strategy up. So I went for a Pain Spit here. That was the best I could possibly do because Astonish was going to do absolutely nothing against Trevenant. I was burned. He had a Reflect up, and it's already quite a bulky Pokemon. So their strategy was burn me and then go for a Swagger, right? Now Swagger actually boosted my attack, which was a good thing. If I did hit myself with Confusion, it was a bad thing, right? Now, that wasn't where the end of the Trevenant strategy went to. I ended up hitting myself with Confusion, which sucked, and the Trevenant actually had Foul Play, so Foul Play was going to actually hit harder as the Trevenant gave me boost from the Swagger, even though the burn did drop my attack stat too, which is, it was quite a trolly strategy. So that's my Mega Mawile down here. I've only got one more Pokemon left, and that is my Torkoal. So Torkoal has Clear Body. No, it doesn't have Clear Body. It has White Smoke, Hacker Expose. So Hacker Expose and Clear Body do exactly the same thing. we actually had a Metagross there that you've seen that had clear body as well. So they do exactly the same thing, and they just name different things. So that's another example out there. So this is a physical Torkoal set. We got in this one Shell Smash. As I mentioned before, I needed that Reflect down, right? We got Shell Smash, Flame Wheel. Flame Wheel is the best physical move that it gets. The second move that gets to it is Flame Charge, but I thought after Shell Smash it would be fast enough, right? So we got that, and we got Facade in case I get poison, and we got Earthquake. So Trevenant is going to go down to a burning ring of fire. I was gonna say a flaming wheel, but a burning ring of fire sounds much more epic. And we got Earthquake on this one as well for any poison types or bulky tunnel snakes. And that is the game, people. I hope you enjoyed this battle. Had some interesting sets on both sides, and you guys got to learn a little bit. Let's get on to this second battle. I need a drink of water. Man, that tastes good. Right, next battle we have is on my Discord. This one's against Pixit. Also, my Discord is in the description too. I sometimes get people asking me where I do battles and hang out and stuff, but that's where it is. So we got, I'm not sure if this is a theme team, but it was a lot of like shiny Pokemon. So maybe it was like a shiny Pokemon I caught theme team or something like that. So we got a Lapras lead there. I cannot do anything to that at all with the Delibird. And we're going to swap in the Golduck here. So I'm going to get that Cloud 69 up, even though there's not any weather on the field. I'm going to swap into a T-Bolt. So not the greatest in the world. However, I do have a bulky special set. So in both of these battles, right, unfortunately Golduck really got wrecked twice. So as I was going to mention, like, I wanted to show you guys the full capacity of the set. I've run a lot of good trapping sets, like, over the years. Like, I think I've like made up so many good trapping sets, and this is definitely, one of those ones as well. So this set goes as follows. We got Rest, Sleep, Talk, Classic Pimpnite set. When we got Toxic and Whirlpool. So Whirlpool traps them in, and Toxic just racks up the damage. Now, Golduck is fairly bulky when you give it max health and max special defense. You could even run like a Scalding set. So say if it burned the opponent and you run max health, max special defense. Very, very bulky on that side too. And, a pretty good meme to run. So I'm going to go for the rest here, healing off all that damage. Now, Lapras does have Freeze Dry as well, which is doing a lot of damage to me. However, after Leftovers Recovery, right, it is actually a 3-hit KO, which is like quite enormous on a bulky Golduck. So we got the poison up on the Lapras, which is really, really good there. At least it's doing something. So now I was thinking, okay, does it have Shell Armor or does it have Water Absorb? Please have Shell Armor, not Water Absorb, right? And that'll be absolutely awesome. I get the Whirlpool, but it's got Water Absorb. Oh man, it's gonna be, it's just one of these days, people. Poor Golduck, out of both of these battles, it just got like dumpstered. Like, I had other battles that it went like really, really well in, but they were like one-sided battles, which is quite unfortunate. But you guys got the gist of the set anyway. It was a bulky trapping set, which is quite good, and it got rid of weather as well. So Lapras is just going to be able to take me out. There's no point in me swapping out at all. There's no point in me using Sleep Talk, because I'll probably get Whirlpool again to heal up the Lapras with Water Absorb Whirlpool. Alright, so down goes my Golduck and a Salty Rage. There's nothing I could have done about that. And we got to get rid of this Lapras. This Lapras is not going to knock itself out. So now I'm going to go into my Shell Armor Pokemon. We got the Armordo here. So Armordo has got the Ancient Power. That's what I'm going to be going for in this one. So I've got the Assault Vest on this one. The Lapras is going to go for the Surf, and that does a lot of damage to me. If I didn't have the Assault Vest, I probably would have got, probably would have ended up on my natural buggy butt then. So go for the Ancient Power. Unfortunately, Lapras is very, very bulky on the special side. The Toxic is up though, but it just wasn't enough to take it out, which is unfortunate because now I'm going to lose my Armordo. And I thought, okay, I'm going to lose my Armordo. They actually did a swap there. Maybe they thought I'd swap into another Pokemon, so they did a double swap into their Ambipom. So the Ancient Power is going to do some pretty good damage to the Ambipom there. It does just under half. It's about 3-hit KO. The Ambipom actually has like Lefto, which is kind of interesting because it's like a bulky set, it seems. So now we got the knockoff from the Ambipom on my Armoldo. Armoldo's very bulky in health and especially on the defensive side, so I actually leave that one. And now we're going to go for another Ancient Power. I just realized something again. You know, on those Ancient Power rocks, right? I just noticed there's shells on them. It took me it's taken me my entire natural Pokemon life to realize there's shells on Ancient Power. Well, I'm actually going to have another drink because I feel good about learning new things every day. Shells on natural power. Anyway, we got the Ambipom here. We got to get rid of this Pokemon. It's not going to get rid of itself. We're going to swap into the Mega Mawile here. So I'm thinking, right, we low-key get that Sword Dance up, then pound it really hard with Rock Smash. However, Ambipom's got to swap out, and Lapras is going to swap in. That's actually not so bad, right? Because Lapras is going to go down to Toxic, and your boy's going to get a free Sword Dance up, which is awesome. So we're going to go Digivolve there real quick. And this is quite funny because I got them some... I actually nearly got a sweep with this mobile set. I nearly got a sweep with the Torkoal set. So I nearly got 2 Friday videos. I actually really wanted to get the mobile sweep because, as you guys know, I'm really covering the Megas on my channel lately, you know, before they're gone forever. So, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I may try and work it out this week, but... I don't know, what do you guys think? Would you like to see a Mega Mobile sweep with this horrible set? Anyway, so we got the Ariados coming in here. I thought I could actually wreck this with a couple of Astonishers, but this has Stomping Tantrum, and this is Banded Stomping Tantrum, which does a lot of damage to me. It's a clear 2-hit KO, and yeah, that Astonisher is definitely not going to take out the Ariados, which sucks. So... another one of my Pokemon's got to go down, but I swear 3 Pokemon remaining, which is okay. I guess I might be able to get back in this game with Torkoal. I was thinking Torkoal would be my salvation here. So we've got 3 Pokemon remaining. I thought, okay, let's go to Clear Body. Let's get that Shell Smash up against this Pokemon, and let's get that Flame Wheel happening. However, I was thinking, I can't really get a Shell Smash up against this thing. If I outspeed it right, it'll hit me and take me out. So I had to go for a Flame Wheel there instead of going for a Shell Smash. I wasn't sure like who would outspeed who there. Anyway, so Ariados is down, which is unfortunate. Ariados actually did quite a bit of damage to my team. Dented my Torkoal and took out my Megamon. Wow. Now we got the Amphion coming back in again. I was actually quite confident I could leave basically anything from this thing. It's going to go for the knockoff there, and it's going to knock off my White Herb. Now, also, I put White Herb on the Torkoal, right, because interestingly enough, right, if you actually drop your own stats using Shell Smash, Clear Body and White Smoke actually don't stop that. So I thought I'd put that on there just for a little... study lesson for you people if you didn't know that. So we got that White Herb happening in my dreams, and now I can go for the Flame Wheel and take out this pink Ambipop. I actually quite really like the Flame Wheel on you know, Torkoal, any Pokemon that uses Flame Wheel. Looks like really cool. Anyway, so we got 3 more Pokemon remaining, and we got to take this Pokemon out, guys. We got this Pyro coming. It's like, okay, good. I can go for the Earthquake and take it out, but it outspeeds me. It's a Choice Scarf Pyro because Pyro is definitely not fast enough, guys. You have to put a Choice Scarf on it. Oh, no. So, I've got only a Delibird left and one other Pokemon, and Pyro's going to be a physical set. Of course it is, and it's going to have Moxie. I'd say they probably run, like, Retaliate or something like that. I think I did, like, a meme like that many times. So, we got Terravolt left. I've got, you know, I've got to get these boosts up, guys. These boosts are not going to happen themselves. So, we got this Wild Charge hitting me for about 3/4 damage. I thought I could go for what the, I could go for that Ancient Power or go for the Rock Polish, but... you know, I couldn't risk getting hit by another Wild Charge and getting outsped because it was Choice Scarf. So, I had to take out Simba's daddy real quick. So, now we've got the Swanna coming in here. Shiny Swanna. I got one of them with the Wormpole once. I remember that. It was hype. And now we've got a Z move here. So, this is a Waterium Z move. Like, okay, well, at this stage, right, Waterium Z Bubble is going to take my dinosaur ass out. However, it's going to be Z Rain Dance. And guess what I went for? I went for Thunder. This Swanna dead ass set me up in the rain. So, I went for that Thunder. I was like, if this hits... this one is gone, man. That'd be so funny if I live the next attack. I can't believe it worked out so perfectly. So, as you guys know, Thunder is 100% accurate in the rain. And old Swanna, well, let me say, I won't be carrying any babies around anymore. So, we got one more Pokemon left, and I've got to get around it with my Rampardos, which was, you know, I had a pretty good chance here, people. I had a pretty good chance. So, out comes Grumble, or like, well, I guess you could call it green. Looks like a green lasagna is, Crustle Shiny. So we're going to go for an Ancient Power here. Oh, so there's going to be solid damage. Probably going to have Sturdy, but he didn't even take it down to a Sturdy because it's so horrible. And now we got a Shell Smash here. So like, okay. Now we got Shell Smash X Scissor, or we got Shell Smash Special Struggle Bug. So regardless, I was in trouble. I got to take this thing out like ASAP. It's going to be able to outspeed me, and it's got the White Herb as well. So we both had a Shell Smash Pokemon, which is pretty funny. Now it's going to go for X Scissor. That's going to take out my Rampardos. Bugger. There's nothing I could have done about that. The last Pokemon I got is Delibird. Delibird is about as frail as Caterpie's tail. But I can actually take this out if I somehow live the next attack. Stone Edge misses. They miss right at the end with Stone Edge. And I'm going to go for a Z Mud Slap here. Now it's like, okay, this is going to do some solid damage, guys. I wonder if this is going to kill Z Mud Slap on the Crustle. Man, the only reason I was able to get that Z move off because... the Stone Edge actually missed. I would have not actually lived that, obviously. It's a Delibird. Now, I actually was going to run Focus Sash on my Delibird, but I ended up running the Z Crystal instead. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for both battles. Hope you learned a little bit of something new. I will put a fact video about this topic as well in the, in the future. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.